Good day, Tips Mega Dinner. Today, turuan ko na kayo kung paano mag-setup ng PXN V9 steering wheel. Let's check it out. Bear with me, I'm gonna set this up here on my PC. So I have here a working table right now, and okay, let's put on the clamp. So the clamp is just here. So insert lang natin dito, push it down. So if you push it downward, then it's locked. Okay, so here, notice the adjustable knob right here. So if you adjust this, no, according to the thickness of your table, this is movable, see, up down, but it's ABS plastic. Press it downward. Okay, so if it's downward, then it's holding up the steering wheel. Now, okay, we're gonna try to put it here underneath. Yan. So now, so also you should need some more space here to access the backside panel. So before I lock this, kabit ko pala muna yung sa likod. So, yep. So the shifter should be just beside here. So also here movable up and down. It's sheer thickness. The problem is yung thickness hindi talaga kaya I was not expecting this. So grabe, ito pala yung you have to consider the height of this. Okay, so first problem na encounter ko is the height of this versus my table. So I think it can only accommodate 2 inches lang pala. So the steering wheel is okay. I was able to put the steering. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of drilling kasi nga ilang inches lang hindi pa pumasok doon sa width nito. Buwasan lang natin ng konti. And hopefully this works. Almost there. So I have to sacrifice this table, which is okay lang. Ayan na. So it now fits because of this 2-inch. Finally. Okay, so the only problem I encountered was the table, which is more than 2 inches width of the table. If it's more than that, then you're gonna have a problem. So additional to be a saw or a drill. Let's continue the setup. Okay, so I was able to get the shifter inside the table, and now it's now sturdy. It's not moving. And now we're gonna connect the shifter and the pedal here at the back side. Okay, so this is the shifter. So you just connect this like phone modem for the pedal here. And take note that this USB is for the PC, and this one is for the controller if you have the Xbox and the PS3. So make sure lahat nakasaksak na on the backside. All the ports are on the backside, and then we're gonna mount this. Now we're gonna clamp this up. This is actually the setup of my steering wheel right now. So of course you have to consider the allowance and the sturdiness of the steering wheel. So it should not be moving, the base should not be moving, and yeah, the shifter is also not moving, And here it is underneath. Look at that. Okay, so it's time to plug in the USB on your PC. Okay, so once plugged in, detect agad yung PXN V9 on the Windows 10 system that I have here, and it also gets a light here on the steering wheel. It already detected the device on Windows, so in order to go for PC, it says here, type control panel, and then go to devices and printers. If you see the icon of a game controller, then that's a sign that you are in input. Right click and then game controller settings, properties. Then you can just see 10 buttons only. And this is only the accelerator and the brake works here. Use the dial pad up, down, left, right. So check nyo if it's working on the screen. So as you can see, there are some similar buttons also that's function. So example, if I use this, it's button 5, and also same here. So this is only very minimal buttons lang yung nagwo-work. And you press the accelerator, and that's it. The Z-axis is working. Basically, you can check out the buttons working here, which is only 10 buttons lang. Okay, so if you like to do this on the input on Windows, you just press the mode for 3 seconds. Okay, so now you can see Windows is setting up the PXN V9. So here it is. So that's a sign that it's already in the input. So if it's in the input, you can right click this and click game controller settings, and then click properties. Once you click the properties, the buttons is now complete. It's up to 24 buttons, and it represents everything in the steering wheel. So let's try to test this on Windows using the buttons right here. Okay, so let's try to use the dial up, down, left, right, or even by direction yung this side. So you see it's working similar. And buttons, D-pad is 5. Paddle, right paddle is 6, and L1 is 5. What? Okay, so like this one, so notice that this should be assigned to a different program number, and I noticed that L1 and this one is same, and you can also check this one. And now when I press this, it says 8. So it means that you need to clear the system. How to clear that? Okay, let me show you. Just press program for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And if the light flashes, press and hold the options button for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it. The buttons are now reset, or it's being clear. All the program buttons are cleared to default. And let's check it out now. Okay, again, when I press the accelerator, 4 is assigned, it's working. If I click press on brake, that's assigned to 3. This is okay. And if I press on clutch and it goes down, click on the shifter, press the button. So that's 24, and this is 16. So it means that it's working. And if I first gear, that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It means that it's working. Let's check on the D-pad. Up, down, left, right. L1 is 5, L2 is 7, and L3 is 11. If I press R3, that's 12. This is 8. This is 6. If I press X, that's 1. A, that's 2. B, 3. And Y is 4. And if you click on this, that's 10. Share is 9. Mode is 13. Program is nothing. Okay. The paddle, this is 14. This is 15, and of course you need to turn this, and the x-axis, the axis is moving from the left, and right is going to the right. You just click all of this to make sure that the buttons are working. So that's clearing the program button and testing the X input and D input on your Windows. Also, I downloaded the new driver, so that's why it's more different. So if you notice, the new driver for the PXN V9 includes the vibration test. So if you click on vibration, so if you click left force, so it now vibrates heavily on the left side. And if you click on right force, you can clearly feel the vibration here. And if you click both forces, you can hear the vibration. It's very strong. And you can increase the vibration strength to 100, and you see it's much louder. So it's up to your preference if you like the vibration. So I'm now putting it on 40, and you can just put stop. And so this is the new version of the driver, which is 3.87 2020.5. You just go to the website. I think the website is PXN V9. Okay, so here's the website. It's PXN under the downloads tutorial, where you can click on driver, and just select your model. So this one. So you see the driver here. Just click on this, and you can also download the manual, which is here. Okay. Okay, let's now go to the app. I'm gonna close this. Enable the app. So in the app, if you downloaded V9 tools, it's much straightforward. So all you have to do is activate your Bluetooth settings, and click on V9 tools. So make sure the wheel is already connected to the PC. Otherwise, it will not work. So click on PXN V9, and as you can see here, it says it's being detected. Click yes, and as you can see, it is detected that I'm already in D input because I tested this last on D input. So it's now in D input, and basically you can just change it to X input, and automatically it says here that it's being refreshed, and again it goes back to the controller, and click on game controller settings and then properties, and now you can see that the buttons is now back to 10 buttons, and that's a clear sign that you're already in X input. Okay, a lot of people are asking the difference between X and D input is it depends on the games. Some games only runs in X, and some games runs in D input, and I'll try to show that in another segment of the video on how to set up per game. Depends on the game. Already, so if you click on configuration, there's a lot of games here that can work depending on the platform. So right now I'm on PC, and these are the only games available on PC. Euro Truck, CT60, Need for Speed. What's this one? Assetto Corsa is also, competition is also there, and I added Forza Horizon. So if you like to add your own configuration, just click add and specify the name of that settings. So if you want to test, just click on testing. I think this is the best part. Click on testing, and then so if I click on accelerator, the value is now increasing. If I click on brake, it's now moving, and also the value in clutch is now moving if I press on clutch. And how about the steering wheel to the left? It's also now moving. Enter. Also now moving. Oh, should I think you can set this also in 270. So mostly X input is 270, but still depends on the games. And if you further move the app up, this is a much better way to test. L1, R1, paddle. I hope it's okay. Up, down, left, right, and L1, L2, L3, R1, R2, R3, share, and option. Also clicking A, B, X, Y, also working. And if you further move up, aside from the values that you can see, you can also see my feet and press accelerator, brake, and clutch. We check out the shifter, the H shifter, and again, press the high and low and the parking. So the letters are already pre-assigned. So, and then L1, L2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. That's the 6 shifter. It's working, all of it. So that's in X input. So if you like to check in D input, similar approach, click on the home page and then click D input. And again, when you click D input, it now changes again to here. So it's already paired. They have a built-in Bluetooth. That's what I like about this. I thought you need a separate Bluetooth dongle for this to work. So if we're going to test it on the V9 tool, straightforward, you can switch the 90-degree angle. So if you click on testing, and then here it is. So again, up, down, left, right, paddle, A, B, X, Y, L1, 2, 3, R1, 2, 3, share, options, and then move again, accelerate, brake, clutch, shift, 1, gear 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's it. So it means that it's working. You're going to play, like example, Euro Truck, just open, and then apply, and then you open the game in Windows, but you still need to follow some instruction depending on the game, like I'm telling you. So how to do that, you can also check out manual on the website. I think it's on the website. Click on support tutorial, and as you can see, there's a different setup for each game. So in this, for example, the key mapping function will still depend, no? For example, if you click on Euro Trucks, and they have the same instructions I shown earlier, but this time they have a more detailed when you're in the game. So if you're in the game, you need to follow these instructions right here. So it depends on the game. So if I were you, go to their website support and check out these manual that they're telling you. If not, I'm gonna create a separate video on this, but because this is user preference, it's up to you on how you'd like to assign the buttons. So example, if you like horn to be different than the button set here, then it's up for your preference. So again, testing this on the V9 tool versus the PC is still different. The question now is, do you have to open this up every time? It depends on the game. For me, every time I play Euro Trucks, sometimes it's already detected, but then sometimes I have to do this again. So it still depends on the game or the setting of your PCs. And that's how I set up my PXN V9 and using the V9 tools and how to check it on your PC. For Xbox and PS4, I don't have those consoles, so forgive me. It only applies to PC platform. And it says here, sensitivity adjustment, preferably on PC, suitable for PC platforms, should be on low sensitivity. You have to press the program button until it flashes. And if it flashes, then click on down button. You have to click down in order for it to save. And once it doesn't flash, it means that it's saved on low sensitivity based on the sensitivity adjustment right here. But now we're gonna do calibration without using the app, and let's try to do that here right now. So L1, L2, L3, R1, R2, R3, press all of that, and then it's now blinking. So if it's blinking, it's now set to 270 degrees. Pagka set nyo, turn nyo, and now the light is blinking slowly. and do it on the other side, sa right side naman. Ayun, slowly blinking siya, and then turn natin. So flash ulit siya, nag-flash ulit siya ng fast. Go to 900, set nyo yung 900 degree sa ilalim. Then we're gonna turn this all the way up. Sagad nyo. And then slowly blinking. And then do it again on the other side. And ayan, slowly blinking na siya. So return. And then on the pedal, click on the accelerator. Ganun din siya. Slowly blinking. And then release, and then on the clutch, slowly press this, slow na rin yung blink nya, release, and on the clutch pala, ito pala yung clutch, so slowly blinking din. So after that, click on options button para matapos na. So yan yung para sa calibration nito. Wala siyang calibration sa steering. So only dito. Kasi ito yung mga may functionality na may movement talaga. Major movements. Having this to work on the game is a different story. Then it's another tutorial for you. For now, this is my setup. I like the setup right now. The only drawback is the table. If it's more than 2 inch, make sure to measure the thickness of your table. Otherwise, you will have a problem if it's more than 2 inches. And I think that's the only drawback here. But for the placement, it's now okay. So I hope this helps a lot for those who own the PXN V9 and those who like to set it. I hope this helps, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel on Denner Vlog and on my Facebook gaming page, Denner the Gamer. Check it out. Please do like and follow the page as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.
Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the upper left and on the lower right. Peace.